All right, guys, part 5. Okay, so who and what are these forces? Let's talk about it. So a lot of times when from a spiritualist perspective, okay, just want to put that out there, and I'm utilizing my background in my own studies of when it comes to the spiritual world, celestial world, the lower realms. There are other things going on. There are other things at work that our human eyes choose not to see. And it's a choice of not seeing it, okay? Blinders are on, okay? And there are many of us who are breaking free from these chains of blinders in order to fully see. See clearly, see fully 360 degrees. All right. So these forces, when it comes to suicide or suicidal tendencies, I'll speak from Voice's perspective. There are energies that come around a lot of times, and they don't just come just like that. They've been watching and following, okay? And there are many of us that are very powerful or have become very powerful and have taken back our own power, our own control, right? Where we're not allowing any of these outside forces to even try and play. Like once you have certain things in place, then you're able to really fight not only on this physical plane but also on the spiritual plane. So I know for myself, I'm a warrior, right? And certain experiences I had to go through in order to get to the point where I am. These particular energies, when it comes to suicide, are like on someone's aura, right? We're all surrounded by auras, chakras, meridians, and then you have other fields. So you have these particular fields, and then you have a bigger field and another field around, and it goes out, we expand out. And so you have what I would say Klingons, and I know you guys probably heard this in, I don't know, Star Wars or some other movies. Klingons are real. They're like leeches. They're like vampires. They come on to the energy field of a being. And when they either want to utilize the energy, so energy being pulled. So a lot of times you may hear, especially ones who are in the space of suicidal thoughts, they feel very weak. They feel drained. They feel exhausted. They feel like they can't wake up or get up out of bed. They feel like, like really hazy sometimes. And there's so many other things, right? There's so many other things going on. Even if they eat, they do have a meal, they're working out or whatever, there's this lingering feeling of they're still exhausted. They're still feeling drained. That's when we look, okay, let's see what's on the energy field, what's on your aura, what's on the circumference of your being. And when you look from that perspective, then you have to look at also, there's so many other aspects. You want to look at the family lineage, the family tree, your blueprint, and all these other things. But when these energies get a hold in and draw on the energy, everything's all about frequency, y'all. The more energy, the more power. And drawing on that energy, right, and taunting the being, right, taunting the being in order to like slip away, in order to give up, give it up, turn it over, right? And when that happens, when that point of taking the person taking their life, they get to the point of almost a realization of, what are you doing? And then it's too late. It snatches. Some people are snatched from behind, their soul snatched from behind, and then you have ones also trying to help and pull them. So I was saying, some are pulled from behind, right? When this happens, it's snatched out, right? And then ones who are really trying to help or protect you, they'll try to come around. Your ancestors will try to come around. At some point, it gets to a point, well, okay, this is what you're really doing. And so there's a spiritual war goes on at the same time, a battle going on at the same time when this being is choosing to go this route of suicide. So you have your guides or ancestors, ones who may have passed on, fighting for your soul. And you have other ones, the darker, lower beings, lower entities, fighting for your soul, that energy that they want. And so in that mist, sometimes it's a tug of war going on. So when they do pass on from this body, they may go into a state of, their soul may go into a state of what we would call like it's almost like a pause, right? Where restoration is needed, right? Healing is needed, or to really understand what's going on, because memories can be lost at the same time. There's a lot going on. So it grabbing you from behind, pulling you feeling of this energy like something is taken and trying to be used. And then you go through these process of rebuilding yourself on a soul spiritual level. If it's an ancestor that pulled you to save your soul, right, and pulling you into their direction, right, the healing process is happens, but also like a lot of the whatever karmic or whatever thing that's hanging on, it's cleared a lot quickly. And there's so many aspects of this, but I'm just giving you some perspective to look at, okay? Because no human wants to take their own life. Because when a being comes here, they are choosing to come here to do some things, to experience some things, right? To gain a new level, okay? Any being that comes here, that is what they want. They are not here to take their own life. This is not what it is. So then you have to look what is going on the other planes. And this is what I do of investigating, checking things, being detective, right, of what's going on. And I have a few other sisters like this. And this is what I do to really understand, like, wait, what really happened? What was it that they're fighting for? So an example of that I can say is like, if it's a celebrity, okay? If it's a celebrity and a celebrity was big on this earth plane, right? Something like maybe a Michael Jackson or something like that, right? That's a huge energy. That's a lot of power. That's a lot going on, right? So they want to be able to contain the energy, whoever they are, okay? Contain the energy to keep using it. So it's almost like this, a binding contract being done, and enslaving that particular soul's energy. So you'll see, like, on this earth plane, that you'll see them try to do all kinds of things of, leaking or putting out more albums that they didn't put out before, and more songs, more videos, more merchandise, right? This is beyond now making more money, because the family got money, right? So now this is about keeping the energy, right? It's draining the energy. So then holograms, then you see like, oh, we're going to do hologram of him and his performance, and oh, we're going to continue the tour that he was supposed to do, and all these other different things, right? Utilizing the energy because that was a powerful energy, right? That's like a supernova, basically. And you want to contain this and utilize it as much as possible.